What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is the Metalhead Camping channel. This is the channel where we're going to go through and we're going to do some fixing up of the campsite. We're also going to do some upgrades, and I haven't been to the campsite in a while, so we're on our way out there right now, driving down the road. It takes about an hour to get to the campsite, but we're coming up on it here pretty soon. What I didn't know that I know now is something happened. So stay tuned and I'll show you what we are dealing with. It's a pretty big deal. All right, so we're coming up on the turn right now to go into the country to the campsite. And like I said, we had a big problem when we got there. I haven't been to the campsite in probably a year, so all winter it sat. So it's been a cold, wet winter, and you'll see here in just a minute, as soon as we go over this little bridge here, what I mean. We're gonna get parked and head into the woods, and I'll show you the problem. Here we go, walking into the woods. It's not thick. I mean, it's a woods. But it's pretty long. There's a lot of acreage behind me, in front of me there, and there's a lot of acreage on the side of me and to the other side. But there are some houses. It's not completely secluded, but once we get in here. Right here's the walkway to get to it, and I come around this corner right here. These two trees are like the entrance, and this is what I see. We have a downed tree on the fire pit, and it is pretty destroyed, but luckily it's where I had my windbreak on my fire pit, so it only destroyed one of the bricks that I had laying there. See there? And it just so happens that there's a deer trail right there. We're gonna get the stuff out of the car and get started. I brought the chainsaw and some extra fuel and some bar oil. So there's the extent of the tree, and it just fell down. The root, it was real soft, real moist, and it just fell. It'd been dead for a minute, so I've been wanting to get rid of it, but I'm using a still from my father-in-law, and I got some fuel, extra fuel, and some bar oil, and we're gonna get ready to cut. And for some reason I started cutting and I didn't realize where the camera was, and it's the wrong way, I understand, but as I'm cutting, we're going through the thinner part first, because that was the stuff that was still up in the air, and I just started to do the thin stuff first, and then I was going to go back to the thicker stuff. It's a brand new blade, so we cut through it like butter. But like I said, it's pretty secluded out there, but there is like a trail that goes back where I'm facing. It's a pretty big campsite. There's nothing really done to it. We kind of keep it all natural. There's not even a latrine out there. We have to bring our own stuff to put the latrine out there. We do bring a couple tents and a food tent and some tables and stuff like that, but once that fire starts to get going, it heats up pretty good out there. It's kind of you'll see here a little bit later, it's kind of a circular pattern. But as I'm cutting this tree up, I realized that the camera is not facing, so it's going to cut to where I was cutting on the end of it, and I disappeared for a little bit, but I'm going to edit that out. So this is me cutting stuff up. All right, here we are on the bigger end. I started cutting a little bit, and then I had to move the camera, but I disappeared for some reason. So we're just going to play some metal right here, and as I cut, and I'm going to talk through it a little bit, but as I'm cutting, I realize this root is still in the ground, and I got everything off of that fire pit, and you'll see me walking around. I had to put some of those underneath so it wouldn't fall. But there's all the big stuff right there. I got a big pile of it, and I'll insert some pictures here in a little bit. But yeah, that's that root. I've still got a couple that are down right there I need to cut. Got all those branches out of the way. There's where it destroyed my grill. And there's the little stuff. There's my grandma's brother. He lives on a separate property, but it's still on the property. And as you'll see right here is where we got it all cut up. Got all the limbs moved. Got all the big stuff stacked. There's 2 rows of that. Got some more limbs back there. And then this is where the big tent goes. Oh, and then back here by that bucket is where we put the latrine. There's that big one right there that I still need to get rid of. There's the root that I couldn't get rid of. And there's some more stuff back there that I just threw back there. But for the most part, we put a tent right there. We put a tent right there. And then on this other side by the picnic table is where we put the food tent. And that's the picnic table my father-in-law got. And we'll walk up here towards the entrance. All that little stuff's gone. It's all stacked up. I gotta get rid of that. That little tarp there. I don't remember why I had that, but I'll show you what we did to the entrance here, or what I did. Made like a little path. Took some of those long pieces and just made a path. Mom's got a barn up there you can't see really, but so I got all that stuff right there that we can kindle the fire with. There's a little bit more, but I've had some extra bricks there and I just fixed it up right there. And then there's the kindling right there on the side. And like I said, we're going to get all that stuff worked on back there, and all that stuff worked on, and the rest of that, the big stuff over there, so we can put the big tent right there. And then back on that other side there is where we're going to do the bathroom. But yeah, so right there is where the fire goes. But that's it for now. Thanks for joining us. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and leave us a comment. The Metalheads Camping Channel. Until next time, we'll see you on the next one.